Hello students, hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to discuss the topic Q. Okay, and it will be useful for the students of class 12th who have opted computer science in ICSE board. Okay, and here I will introduce Q and I will discuss the program of Q which you'll get in the examination. Means here I will discuss the program as per the pattern of the board examination. Okay. So without wasting your and my time, here we go with this new topic, that is Q. Okay. On the screen, you can see the definition. A queue is a linear data structure implemented in FIFO. FIFO means first in, first out manner. Okay. About data structure, about stack, about queue, and the introduction in detail I have discussed already, and that video you can watch. I will put the link of that video in the description part. Okay. Here I am going to give you the introduction of queue in brief. Okay. So see the definition. A queue is a linear data structure implemented in FIFO first in, first out manner. Okay. So we will implement the queue using array. Okay. Array you know very well. So if you are storing the data in an array in such a manner that the data which the value which you are entering at first, you are using first. That if you are using storing and taking the data from the array like this, then that structure will be called queue. First in first out means जो data पहले store होगा array में वो पहले use होगा. If you are accessing the data from the array in this manner, then it is called queue. This structure will be called queue. Okay, means here we'll store the data in the FIFO manner, first in first out manner. Okay, and you must know that there are two operations on each data structure, insertion and deletion. Okay, so here I am discussing the queue. So here we have queue. Queue also have two operations, insertions. Insertions are also called push operation. Please remember both the words, and push operation, and like that another operation we have deletion. Deletion, that is pop operation. That is also called pop operation. So there are two operations. Okay. In case of queue, insertions are performed at rear. Rear means back, and deletions perform front. Okay, means if I am going to insert any data, you will insert at rear index. Insertion at rear and deletion at front. Deletion from front means if consider, for example, I am telling you the real world queue. You know the queue. Consider there is a ticket counter, movie ticket counter, and a queue is there. So think about the queue. Imagine about the queue. If new person will come in that queue, means insertion, push operation. If new person will come into that queue, that new person will be added. That new person will join that queue at the rear, piche, back में. Okay. So insertion at queue. And if a person will be removed, from that queue, that person will be from the front. Who will get the ticket? That will be removed from the queue. Okay, means insertion from rear and deletion from the front. Okay, and here you can see that the person who will reach to the counter first will go out first in first out manner. So such a structure is called queue. Okay, so here also we will implement the queue using array. So there will be two indexes. In case of stack, if you remember, in case of stack, there was only one index, that was top. Okay, here we have two indexes, that are rear and front. So insertion we will do at rear all the time, and deletion will do from front index. Rear index and front index, two index will be there. Okay, so I hope the introduction about queue is clear, and this we are going to implement using using array in the programming. And here I am going to show you the program, which type of program will get, and how much you need to write in the examination. That everything, the pattern of the board examination, as per that I am going to discuss the program of queue. So I will show you one program and I will discuss how to solve that, how to write in the examination. Okay. So here we go with that program. So this is one of the program I have taken from 2017. It is a board examination question, and this is the question of Q. The class name is Q here, and here you can see the array is there, the size of the array, the maximum capacity of the array, you can say, front index and rear index. Okay, such things, such these data members will be there, and constructor, and one function for push operation and one function for pop operation will be there. Okay, and in case of Q, you can see the front will be initialized by 0 and rear will be initialized by 0. Initially, the value of front and rear will be 0 when the stack is, sorry, when the queue is empty. Initially, the value of front and rear is 0. Okay, and what two functions only we have to define, as I told in stack also, we need to define only two functions. Here also only two functions. No need to define that data members, constructors and other functions and main function. Only two functions you need to define. If you read this description at the end of the program, specify the class Q giving details of only the functions void addl and int del. Assume that another functions have been defined. No need to define in the examination. Don't waste your time there. There is no extra marks for writing extra things in the examination. Only 3 hours you have to manage in that hours only. घर पे मन करे तो तुम विधिवत पूरा प्रोग्राम लिखो, no problem. But in the examination, please manage your time. Okay. Here the main function and algorithm need not to be written. This also must remember. Only these two functions I am highlighting here. This function, these two functions you need to write in the examination. You need to define in the examination only these two functions. One function will be for push operation, insertion, and another function will be for deletion. I hope what I wanted to say is clear to you. Okay, so before discussing this program, please see one thing here. The initial value of front is 0, initial value of rear is 0. Okay, so I'm going to show you the working first, then I will come to the program. I will write the program also. Okay, listen, consider there is a queue. As I told, we will implement the queue using array. Initially, the value of front is 0 and rear is 0. Okay, first I will tell you the working, then I will come to the program. Here we go. Front is 0, rear is 0. Consider size of the array is 5. Okay, size of the array is what? 5. Consider it 5 elements we are going to store. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Maximum capacity of the array is what? 5. Okay, initially the front and rear both are at index number 0. Okay, so when we are going to perform push operation, here the function name is different. I will take here push or insert. Consider we are going to insert a value. So if you are going to insert a value into the array, insertion means one value at a time we will insert through this function. एक बार में एक ही वैल्यू पुश होगी, एक बार में एक ही वैल्यू इंसर्ट होगी array में, queue में. Okay, so consider we are going to insert this value 10. So if you remember, I told insertion we perform at rear index. Okay, you can see this time the value of rear is what? 0. So this value will be stored at index number 0. Okay, first we'll call this function and we'll store the value at rear index. The rear is what? 0. So that 10 will be stored here, and after storing, rear must be moved. So now rear will be what? We have to increase the value of rear. Now the rear is what? 1, index number 1. Okay, now consider we are going to perform second insert operation. Second element, second value we are going to push. We are going to insert into the array, into the queue. Consider I am inserting 2. So we'll call this function again and we'll pass this value 2. So if you're inserting 2, that will be inserted at index number, which index? At rear index. What is the value of rear index? The value of rear index is 1. So that 2 will be stored at index number 1. Then we'll increase the value of rear. Rear will shift to the left side, sorry, right side. Now the value of rear will be what? 2. Okay. Consider we are going to perform third insert operation. Means we are going to insert third element. Consider it is 5. So that 5 will be inserted at rear index. The value of rear index is 2. After storing here, the value of rear will move to the next index. Now rear is here. Okay. Now again consider we are performing insertion and consider where inserting 15. So this 15 will be stored at rear index. What is the value of rear index this time? 3. So 15 will be stored here. Consider one more time we are going to perform insertion, and this time we are passing 20. This 20, sorry, after inserting it will become 4. Sorry, I forgot to change 4. Now we are going to insert 20. So 20 will be stored at index number rear index. What is the value of rear index? It is 4. So that 20 will be stored at index number 4. Okay. Now you can see we have inserted 5 elements and there is no place left in the queue. The queue is full. Okay. If you try to store, now you can see when after storing 20, the rear will become 5. Please see this. After inserting each element, we are increasing the value of rear. Okay. Now the value of rear is what? 5. Now you can see there is no place left in the queue. The queue is full. Okay. So when the condition for queue is full, or there is a condition of overflow is what? When the value of rear is 5. When the value of rear is 5 means when the value of rear is equal to size. So condition for full is the value of rear will be equal to size. This is the condition for queue is full. Okay. Otherwise means we will keep on inserting the elements into the queue until the value of rear will become equal to the size of the array. Okay. Am I clear? This is the condition for overflow. Overflow, yeah, queue is full. This is the condition of overflow. Means we cannot store further. Okay. So this is about push operation, insert operation. Now we are going to perform delete or pop operation, whatever you want to say. Consider I'm taking del. So after inserting all the elements, 5 elements, you can see the condition, you can see the situation is what? We have how many we have inserted, and now you can see the value of front is 0, front is here, and the value of rear is what? 5, that is at here. Okay, and there is no 5 index, means you can see the value of front is 0 and rear is what? 5. Okay, now we are going to delete means actually it is we are taking the value from the array now. Okay, so if you remember, in case of queue we take the data in which manner? FIFO manner, first in first out manner. So the element, the value which we have stored first will access, will delete first. Means this element will access first, then this, then this, then this, then this. Okay, so I am going to take the value from the array. So first I am performing delete operation first time. So it will return the value. This function will return the value from which index? Deletion from front. Deletion from front. So you can see the value of front is what? 0. So it will return the value from the index number 0, and then front plus front will be 1. Okay, one element we have deleted, we have accessed, we have used. Okay, now again second time we are going to perform del operation, delete operation, deletion. So this time again this function will be called that function for pop operation or delete operation. And now the data will be returned from front index, deletion from front index. What is the value of front? It is 1. So the value from index number 1 will be returned by this function. You can use it. Then the value of front will become 2. After returning, we have to increase the value of front, because front will keep on moving right side. Now consider third time we are calling the function. We are performing third time deletion operation. So this time again, the deletion will be done from front index, that is 2, means the value from index number 2 will be returned by this function. Again, we are going to call this function fourth time. Sorry, after 2 it will become 3. Okay, now again we are going to call the function fourth time. Now this function will return the value from index number front, that is from index number 3. After returning, it will become front will become 4. Okay, now the value of front is 4. Now consider we are going to perform that same operation, deletion from the queue, and this is fifth time. So still this function return the value from index number front. The value of front is what? 4. So it will return the value from index number 4. Okay, and the value of front will become 5 now. Okay, now you can see we have deleted, we have returned, we have used all the values from the queue. There is no element left to access, to use. यहाँ पे कोई एलिमेंट बचा नहीं, हमने 5 एलिमेंट यूज कर लिए, डिलीट रिटर्न करा लिया फंक्शन से, हमने यूज कर लिया. देयर इज नो एलिमेंट लेफ्ट टू एक्सेस. Okay, so now you can see means the stack is, sorry, the queue is empty now. The queue is empty now. So what is the condition of queue is empty? When the value of front will become rear. When the value of front will become equal to rear. When front and rear both are equal, it means the stack is empty now. Am I clear? See the condition of underflow. If you try to delete, if you try to access the data from the queue, there is no element left in the queue. So it means this is the condition of underflow. And you can see this when this situation is occurring, when the value of front is equal to rear. Okay, front equal to rear. So this is the condition of overflow is what? If front equal to rear, this is the condition of underflow, or queue is empty, whatever you want to say, underflow. Okay. So when the front equal to rear, what we'll do? We have to make them both. We have to put at 0. जैसे फ्रंट और रियर दोनों इक्वल होंगे, उन दोनों की वैल्यू को हम 0 कर देंगे. Means we'll keep them again at the beginning, and again we can push the operation. We can perform push operation. We can perform del operation. So when will please take care of this. When the value of front will be equal to rear, this is the condition of underflow. So what we'll do? We will make front and rear equal to, and we'll display the message. It is underflow. फ्रंट और रियर की वैल्यू फिर से जैसे इक्वल होगा, हम दोनों की वैल्यू फिर से क्या कर देंगे? 0 कर देंगे. बात समझ में आ रही है? तो 0 हो जाएगा फिर से फ्रंट और 0 दोनों इसी इंडेक्स पे आ जाएंगे. फिर से इंसर्शन होगा तो रियर आगे बढ़ेगा, डिलीशन होगा तो फ्रंट आगे बढ़ेगा. So this is about working. I have explained. Now I'm going to implement this in the programming. This program is in front of you. You can see initially the value of front is 0 and rear is also what? 0. So first I will write the program and then function, and then I will again this thing I will explain. Okay. So look at the screen, keep on watching. This function I'm going to define. This function is for push operation, insert operation. Okay. It is add element. Add L means add element, the function name I'm telling you. So as I told, there is no need to define other things. Only these two functions we need to define. So what is the name of the class? Class name we have to write. What is the class name? The class name is Q. It is given already Q. You can see the class name is Q. So here I'm going to write class Q. Then no need to define that data members and all, constructor and everything. Just leave that, all that. Don't waste your time there in the examination. This function I'm going to define here. Okay. Control-C. Okay. Then in this function, we are going to perform insert operation at one value at a time. That value is what? V, which we are going to insert into the queue, or you can say into the array. Okay. So as I told, the condition of overflow is what? If the rear equal to size. If rear equal to size, this is the condition of overflow. You can see to add integer from the rear if possible, else display the message overflow. कब तक पॉसिबल रहेगा? जब तक कि रियर की वैल्यू साइज से छोटी रहेगी तब तक पॉसिबल है. जैसे रियर की वैल्यू साइज के इक्वल होगी, सी दिस कंडीशन आई हैव ऑलरेडी टॉट. जैसे रियर की वैल्यू साइज के इक्वल होगी, साइज मतलब एरे के साइज के इक्वल होगी, हम ओवरफ्लो मैसेज प्रिंट कर देंगे. ओके. सो वन थिंग मोर हियर इन दिस क्वेश्चन, यू कैन सी द वेरिएबल फॉर front index is front, okay, and the variable for rear index is rear. Sometimes you may have start, end, or you may have begin, end, or you may have F and R only. The name of the variables you have to take care of. Okay, front and rear. So that I'm going to take. So the condition for overflow is what? If front equal to, sorry, in case of addition, we use rear. Rear equal to size. This is the condition of overflow. I have already explained. Please look at here. This condition I have explained. When the value of R rear will be equal to size, when the value of rear will be equal to size, it means the array is, the stack is full. So if rear equal to size, जब तक rear की वैल्यू साइज के से छोटी है तब तक हम ऐड कर सकते हैं एलिमेंट. उसके अगर नहीं उसके बाद, अदरवाइज जैसे रियर की वैल्यू साइज के इक्वल होगी, इसका मतलब क्या है? ओवरफ्लो. तो इसी के अकॉर्डिंग हम लिख रहे हैं otherwise display the message overflow. So that we are going to do. So we'll write here, if rear equal to size, if rear equal to size means this is the condition of overflow. So here we'll display the message system dot out dot print ln overflow. Or please see the question, in the question, what is the message, what the message you need to print. It will be given in the question. Read the question all the time. Sometimes you may have the queue is full, or sometimes you may have this not possible, possible. Such message will be there. So take care of this as per the question you can write. Okay. And if rear is otherwise, else what we have to do, we have to insert the element at which index? At rear index. Okay. Insertion at rear. So here the name of the array is Q. The name of the array is what? Q. So we will insert the element in this array at which index? Rear index. So here we'll write okay. Here Q, rear index means rear plus plus. I will explain it with example. I will explain. The rear equal to will store that value v. V is the value which you are going to store. Okay, semicolon. And this much only for the Q. For push operation, I'm going to tell you this again with the example. Let's see. Consider the array is there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. The name of the, so the size of the array is what? 5. Okay, the variable size. Initially the front is 0. The rear is also 0. You can see in the question it is given, as I told, the front and rear both will be what? 0, 0. Okay. Coming to the next. Okay. Now, when we'll consider we are calling this function first time, the function name is what? Add element. And consider we are passing 5. This 5 will go to V. And initially the value of rear is what? 0 equal to size. Size is what? 5. Condition false. So Q, the name of array is Q. Okay. The rear, what is the value of rear? 0. The value at index number 0 will be stored. This value of V will be stored at index number 0. The value of rear is 0. Means 5 will be stored here. And then the value of rear will increase by 1. It will become 1. Okay. One push operation perform. Again, we are going to call this function. Consider we are going to call this function again. And we are passing 7 this time. The value of V will be 7. Now this condition will be false. You can see the value of rear is equal to 1, condition false. So it will come to here and the value V, that is 7, will be stored at Q rear. The value of rear is 1. So the value, this 7 will be stored at 1, and then rear plus plus, the increment will take afterwards, it will become 2. Then add, consider we are calling third time, we are passing 10 to the function. So control will come to here, the value of V will be 10. And now this condition is false. So control will go for this. And the value V, that is 10, will be stored at Q rear. What is the value of rear? It is 2. So the value 10 will be stored at index number 2. And plus plus, because of plus plus, the rear will become 3. Rear, after each push operation, rear right side में move करता जाएगा. Okay. Now again, consider we are performing the operation. We are going to push next element. Consider we are pushing 10. So the value of V will be 10. We are calling this function, actually practically we are calling this function again and again whenever it is required. Now we have passed 20, 20 will come to this condition is false. It will come to here, and the value V, that is 20, will be stored at Q rear. The value of rear is what? 3. The value 20 will be stored at index number 3. Okay, and then it will increase by 1, 4. Now again function will be called. Consider we are calling the function again and passing 15. That will go to V will be 15. This condition is false. It will come to here. And Q rear, the value of rear is what? 4. So the value at Q at the value at index number 4 will be stored. V is 15, will be stored at index number 4. And then rear plus plus will take place. It will become 5. Now value of rear is what? 5. Just take care of this. Finally, the value of rear is what? 5. Now you can see the stack, the queue is full. Bar stack aa raha hai. The queue is full. So the condition for Q is full, as I told, when the value of rear will become equal to size. Okay. Now if we'll try, consider if you try to add next element, I'm writing by the red color, it is not possible now. Consider we are going to insert this 13 to the array, to the Q, you can say this V will be 13. Now you can see this condition will be false. What is the value of rear? The value of rear is 5. The value of size also what? 5. This condition will be true and you will have the message overflow, and then control will come back. Means now your value will not be inserted into the queue because the queue is full. Okay. So this is the condition of overflow. Now I'm going to define that underflow. After this, you consider, take care, the value of front is 0, the rear is 5. Now I'm going to define the second function, that is for what? Pop operation. Okay. So coming to that, here it is said the function name is int del L. Returns the element from the front if present, from front if present. Otherwise display the message underflow and return minus 999. Take care one thing. Here it is said both. यहाँ पे message भी print करने को बोला है और return करने को भी बोला है. Sometimes you may have both, sometimes only one. Sometimes you have to return only, or sometimes you have to display the message only. Here it is given both. दोनों करने को बोला है, delete भी, message display करने को बोला और return भी करने को बोला है. तो take care of this. Just read the question and what is required, do as per that. So here returns elements from the front, if possible, otherwise display the minus 999. So the condition for underflow, see I have written here, I have explained. The condition for underflow is what? Front equal to rear. When I was teaching that delete operation, I told कि if I going keep on deleting until the front will become equal to rear. Okay, and when the front will be equal to rear, this is the condition of underflow, and will initialize front and rear again with 0. This will do. That I am going to show you. Please see. The function name is what? int del L, that I am copying from here as it is, and I will paste there. Okay. So here we'll write the condition for underflow first. That is the condition of underflow is what? Front equal to rear. जैसे front के लिए rear के equal होगी. Here we'll write if front equal to rear. So what we'll do, we'll display the message. So this is the condition of underflow. So here, as soon as the front will become equal to rear, we'll initialize both with 0. Front equal to rear equal to 0. दोनों को 0 से initialize कर देंगे. और अगर if it is underflow, what it is said in the question, please read. Otherwise display the message underflow and return minus 999. Message भी print करना है, return भी करना है. Both we are going to do. So here display the message underflow. First we will display the message, then underflow. Display the message first. System out dot println. ठीक है, the underflow. Okay, and it is set to return, so that also we are going to do. Sometimes only one, not all the time. Will not get the both. Only either you have to return a value or you have to display the message as per the question. Please read the description carefully. Return minus 9999 as per the question we are doing. Then if close, more than one line, so I have written opening closing bracket for if else. If, okay. So as soon as front will become equal to rear, front and rear will become 0. We'll make it again 0. We'll display the message underflow as per the question and will return minus 99. Okay. Otherwise, if it is not empty, so what we have to do? We have to return the value from which index? Front index. We have to return the value from which index? Front index. So else return, the name of array is what? Q, QUE, and we'll return the value from rear index, front index. Deletion from front plus. Simple. We'll keep returning the value from front. Okay. So I am going to explain this. Okay. See, these are the elements we have stored, and after storing all 5 elements, see the condition is what? Here the value of front is 0, okay, and size is what? 5, and you can see front is 0 and here is what? 5. This is the condition. Now we are going to perform this del L operation, okay. Del means we are going to delete del element, okay, deletion. This function name I am telling you. So front is 0, here I am writing the values, front is 0 and rear is what? 5, okay. This is the situation. So coming to here, front equal to real, this condition is false. Consider we are going to perform first delete operation, deletion operation. This condition is false, so it will go for else, and it will return. Here I am writing. Okay, sorry. यहाँ पे लिखते हैं, clear रहेगा. The value of front. Let me draw it again here. Everything I am going to show here again. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 10, 20 and 15. These are the elements, okay. And after inserting these elements, the condition is front equal to 0 and rear equal to 5, okay. Let's see. Now we are going to perform delete operation. I will show you 5 times and I will show you the condition of underflow also. This function we are calling first time. Consider we are calling this function first time del L. So this condition is false. Front is not equal to rear, so condition is false. It will go here and it will return the value from Q front, from the front index. This value will be returned and front plus plus will make it 1, okay. Front index was 0, the value from index number 0 will be returned and the value of front will become 1. It will become, don't be confused, it ऐसा होगा, okay. Then consider we are calling this function again. Now this condition is false again, it will return the value from front index, the value of front is 1, the value from index number 1. FIFO manner, you can see first in first out manner में return हो रही value, जो data जो value ने सबसे पहले input की थी वो पहले return कर रहा हूँ, first in first out. So now the value of front is 1, so the value from index number 1 will be returned and the value of front will become 2. Again we are calling this function, we are going to delete another element. This condition is false, control will go for else. And it will return the value, it will return the value from Q front. What is the value front? 2 means from index number 2, it will return the value and the value of front will become 3, okay. Then we are calling this function again. I am trying to reach up to underflow condition. Now here condition false here. Now this function will return the value from index number front. The value of front is 3, so it will return the value from index number 3 and the front will become 4, okay. Then again we are calling this function fifth time we are calling this function and passing, well, calling this function. Now this function is again false, it will go for this return Q front. The value of front is 4, so the value from index number 4 will be returned and it will become the value of rear front will become 5, okay. Now you can see we have returned all the values from the array, from the index array, from the queue. There is no element left in the queue to return, means condition of underflow has reached, okay. So if we'll try to delete the 6th element which is not there, okay, if we'll try to do this, what will happen? See, we are calling this function. Now you can see the front is equal to rear. Front is equal to rear. This condition is true. So what we'll do? We'll make both 0, 0. दोनों की value 0 कर देंगे फिर से. और as and it is said, means if the front equal to real, this is the condition of underflow. In the question it is said, display the message underflow and return -999. Sometimes you may have to display only, sometimes you may have to return only, not both all the time. यहाँ पर दोनों दिया था, इसलिए मैंने क्वेश्चन को सिलेक्ट किया और दोनों बताया, ठीक है. So only this much, इतना ही लिखना है. I hope it is clear to everyone. Okay, one more question I'm going to show you and I will solve it, okay. So only changes, what changes they will do, they will change the name of the class, they will change the name of the variables, they will change the name of functions, and they will change the type of array, nothing else. The things are similar, messages will be changed, this underflow, sometimes you may have queue is full, overflow, underflow, some things are there, okay. So message will be different. So I'm going to solve one more question, I will just show you. another question, and I will write the functions of for push and pop operation both. So let me show you that another question of Q. So here I am with one more question in front of you. You can see this time the array name is dat. This is also in type. Cap, instead of size, here we have the variable cap. In previous question it was size. Front and rear are same. Okay, and class name is Q again. And two functions here we have this function and this function. This is for push operation, this is for pop operation. Here the message is Q full. There it was overflow. Here this in pop operation there is no message, only return minus 999. Okay, so this I am going to define only these two functions, as you know, only these two functions. So class name, and here you can see front and rear is 0. Okay, so the class name is Q. Class name you will write class QUEUE, class name Q. Data members constructor, no need to define. Come to this function, void add this function. This is for push operation, control C. Here I am going to write, okay, control V. The condition for overflow. What is the condition for overflow? Sorry, the condition for overflow is when the value of rear will become equal to size. So here variable for rear is what? It's variable for rear is rear. Here also rear. Rear equal to, same thing I am writing, only the changes of names. Rear equal to what? Size. Here instead of size variable, for size the variable is what? Cap, capacity. The name of the variable is capacity, that I am writing if rear equal to cap. Okay, then in case of overflow, here we have to display the message Q full. This message we need to display, so that I am going to display here. Okay, system dot out dot println Q is full. Q full, same message I have displayed here. There in previous question it is said to display the message overflow. Here it is set to message Q full. So please see the message, what is the message given. Otherwise, what we do, else we have to insert the value at rear index. The name of array is what here? The name of array is here DAT. See, the name of array is what? DAT. At this array, name of the function, as I told, name of class, variable, function, and type of array will be changed only. The things are same. So the name of array is what? Dat. At dat, and which index? At rear index. So rear plus plus, at rear index will store the value. The value is what? Which value? This V. This value will be stored here. Okay. Same thing I have written, only instead of function name is different, and instead of size here we have the variable cap. Instead of overflow message, the message is Q full. Okay. Now coming for this next function, that is what? Int pop dat, pop data. Okay. So here it is set to return minus 99 if the stack is, so if the queue is empty, underflow condition. Okay. So here we go. So what is the condition of underflow? If you remember, I told if it front equal to rear, when the value of front equal to rear, if front equal to rear, then as I told, when the value of front will become to rear, this is the condition of underflow, and then you need to initialize both with 0 0, front equal to rear equal to 0, and in this question it is not set to display the message underflow, it is set to only return minus 999. In previous question there it is set to display the message as well as return, but here it is only to return. So we'll return that minus 9. We are following the question, nothing else. Okay, reading the question and following that. Rest is same. बाकी चीज सेम है, बस फंक्शन का नाम और मैसेज चेंज हुए हैं. Return minus 999 semicolon, enter. Okay, this is for underflow. Now if it is If it is possible, otherwise what we'll do, we'll return the value from which index? Front index. So else return, the name of array is what? dat, and we'll return the value from front index, pop from front, the front plus plus. Name of the variable is front here also. So that we're doing, and then close the class. Only these two functions you need to define. Okay, you can see this previous question I'm showing you. And here also the name of array, here it was q, there it is dat, whatever you want to say. Only function name, variable name, and type of array will be changed, and this messages. In case of pop operation, sometimes you may have to return as well as display the message, sometimes only to display the message, and sometimes only to return anything. Please read the description, that's not that difficult to identify what to do. If you read the question, you will get it. So for this video, this much only. And if still any doubt, I have tried to explain as easy as possible. I have explained, and if any doubt is left, or you can solve some more question of Q and send me in the comment section. I will check the solution. I will check that program, and if any correction is possible, I will tell you. Otherwise, I will tell you it's correct. Okay. So for practice, solve one or two, at least two questions yourself, or solve these questions yourself. Same question without going through the solution. Please solve yourself, and you'll get the confidence. You will be confident you can solve the question of Q in the examination also. Okay. So for this video, this much only. Thank you for watching till end, and keep watching carefully. Thank you. Bye.